Alright, so we are about to watch for the first time, at least me and Cora are about to watch for the first time Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Cora, do you remember Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
No.
I guess we'll just jump right into it then, and we'll talk more about it after. What do you say?
Hexagon.
Yep.
Alright, so before we get into this review, Cora, we're getting ready to watch the first Harry Potter movie, and things wouldn't be complete if you did not get your own wand. So, we went to the store, and you saw all the packages there. You have no idea what's in this package. There's a variety of different wands you can get. So you have no idea which wand is in here. So as Ollivander would say, the wand chooses the wizard. Or in this case, this box called out to you. So, here is your wand. Let's go ahead and open it and see which one chose you. Can you do it on the table? That was kind of the point of the video.
Sorry.
Now this is from the Fantastic Beasts series, because they didn't have any from the actual Harry Potter series, so... But she's already got a couple from the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, I believe I have one. Way over there somewhere. No, why did I just time to close my eyes?
And you got...
What wand did I get? I got it.
Looks like Tina's.
I got Tina's.
Tina Goldstein. Which is very similar to Harry's one.
Looks like I kind of got Harry's wand. Kind of. Not actually. Kind of.
Okay, can you move that excess stuff off to the side? So you can show them your wand.
So, I got it.
And this will be the one she will have throughout the entire series. And after the movie, we will sort Cora into her house.
I got the wand.
Alright.
Look.
We'll see you guys during the review.
Bye.
There's no such thing as magic. Dear Mr. Potter, you have been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Soon, you and your schoolmates will join us here, and your education in the magical arts shall begin.
So, we just finished Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So, this is a first time watch for me and Cora. Not for Anime D Senpai. So, Cora, we'll start with you. What happened in this movie?
So we met Harry Potter and his friends, and I'm just going to say the end because I don't want to spoil anything.
Just say what happened, like I normally do.
I don't want to spoil everything.
Cora, trust me, you're not spoiling a thing. If they're watching a review, they've probably already watched the movie. They're just watching the review to see your thoughts on it.
Let's just say Harry Potter and his friends got a little bit sus on the
Alright, so we meet Harry Potter, and why is Harry Potter special? What makes Harry so special?
What is it?
Well, I asked you to do something and you're not doing it.
I was just thinking the name, okay? Anyways, what was I saying again?
I don't know. Start at the beginning. Why is Harry special? What makes him special?
I don't want to spoil it.
You're not spoiling anything. What makes Harry special?
I mean, that's basic.
He's special because his parents were killed by the darkest wizard in the wizarding world, and he's the only one who ever survived once Voldemort decided to kill somebody. He's the boy who lived. So, then we jump forward till he's like 11, or almost 11. And what happens on his 11th birthday?
He gets to the wizard world, and that's on. If he
Well, Hagrid shows up and gives him a cake, tells him he's a wizard. Well, they try to send him letters. And as me and Anime D Senpai were talking during the movie, which we really probably shouldn't have done what we did.
Yeah, not bad.
I wonder if Mr. Dursley had actually held off on keeping the letters and everything away from Harry past July, if Harry would not have been allowed to go to Hogwarts. So, there's always that possibility. I might have to make a video on that in the future. Okay, so then Harry gets taken by Hagrid to
Hogwarts.
Diagon Alley, and he gets his school supplies, right?
Not school supplies, his wizard supplies.
Well, it's for school.
Yeah, but it's not the natural school that we all get.
It's still schools.
It's still school, Cora.
But he didn't have a book
It's
bag.
just a wizard school.
He didn't have a book bag.
He did in the book. Okay. I gave you a chance to say all this. You didn't want to. You wanted to skip.
I was just thinking about the name.
Muffliato.
I'm just.
Yeah. Okay, sit down. Sure, if we ever have merch, my shirts are all going to say, Cora, sit down. Anyway, so he gets his school supplies, gets his ticket to go to Hogwarts, and what's the platform he's got to get to? Do you remember? Platform what?
9 something something.
3/4.
9 3/4, whatever, what that.
And how do they get to platform 9 3/4?
This is the one. This is Harry.
Yeah, so go inside the wall, which acts like a portal to another platform. I wonder, I was thinking about it, why it's called platform 9 3/4. I think they have to go down between rows 9 and 10, and then they have to walk 3/4 of the way down to the pillar.
Yeah, that makes about sense to me.
Or maybe.
They never actually state that in the book. I'm sure it's what kind of always assumed. That's what it means by 9 3/4.
I show game or movie, TV, whatever that channel is. Finds out what that number means. I'm seriously gonna watch that video. If that video is even gonna come out of game series, whatever.
Well, we could just make our own.
But we might get the family one.
Anyways, so Harry gets to school, meets some of the teachers, makes some friends. Who's his first friend?
Orange hair kid, I don't know, I forgot.
You forgot his name? You just watched it. Ron!
This was my first time in Why is there Spanish on the TV?
What was it Spanish? That was Chinese.
I mean,
Why is there Chinese on the TV?
I mean, this is a 20-year-old movie, Cora.
I don't understand Chinese or Spanish. I don't understand English.
Anyways, who's Harry's first enemy? Who he makes an enemy too. Who's the first enemy he makes?
A kid with blonde hair. I don't hear his name much in
What are you
the
doing?
name.
Did you get it?
I had to set up. I had to set up a username and all that stuff.
Okay. So while we're doing this review part, Anime D Senpai is setting up for. He's gonna take the test to see what house wand and Patronus he gets from Pottermore. So we'll just continue on. Cora, it was Draco. Draco was the first enemy Harry made.
Hopefully.
So, what is the plot? What is going on at Hogwarts?
So Harry gets suspicious on Dumbledore, but
On Dumbledore? Don't you mean Snape? Didn't you mean Snape?
Who's Snape?
Snape was the one they thought was bad.
Okay, Snape, whatever the heck is. Okay, Snape, whatever the heck his name was.
Snape was a dark-haired teacher. No.
Sorry, they didn't even hear his name.
They said it like 50 times.
I'm hungry.
Come on.
What?
Anyway, so what happens with Snape? What do they think Snape's doing?
They think Snape is trying to steal the Philosopher's Stone and give it to Dumbledore, which is a lie. Lie.
Give it to Dumbledore?
Is this
Dumbledore already had it.
a trick question?
You mean give it to Voldemort?
Yes! Oh my god, I'm very bad at names. Very bad.
And you thought I was bad with anime names.
I'm bad at movie names.
She's mixing up the good guys with the bad guys.
That's a whole new level of bad.
Anyways, so they think he's gonna give it to Voldemort. And they go through, they end up finding out more and more information. And it turns out that it really wasn't Snape, was it?
It wasn't.
Who was the bad guy? Who was the teacher that was working for Voldemort?
I have no idea. I already forgot the name.
Professor Quill.
Professor Bad Guy, you should say.
The guy with the turban, yeah.
Yeah, it was Professor Quill.
What is it? That should teach you a lesson. Never trust a guy in a turban.
I hate that.
Hey, that is... I'm not sure the right word.
Bad.
Well, yes, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
I mean, has anybody that's worn a turban not been a bad guy?
In movies, probably not.
Even in anime. I mean, look at freaking Piccolo. He wore a turban. He was a bad guy. At least to start with.
Oh. Die, We got Felix here. We got Felix.
Alright, so. Alright, so Harry, how does Harry defeat Professor Quill and Voldemort?
His hands.
Yep, because for some reason Quill couldn't touch him because of the protection Harry's mother gave him the day she died, right?
Yes. Dead.
And Voldemort got away. Okay, can you sit up?
Okay. Okay, for the love of God.
Anyways, and so basically Harry goes back home, and that ends the first movie. So, yes, I know that I keep saying this is a first time watch for me and Cora, but in full transparency, this is just the first time I sat through the movie where it's been called the Philosopher's Stone. I have seen the Sorcerer's Stone many times. In fact, I own the Sorcerer's Stone on Blu-ray. But it just was interesting to see the UK version. And I'm going to have to watch the American version again. Because I want to see if, like, when Hermione pulls out the book, if in the book that she pulls out, if it says Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone. Because then that means they had to get an entirely different prop for that scene when they're talking about Nicholas Flamel. So.
What?
So is there anything you want to add before we move on to the next part?
With anything in particular?
Well, now's the part where we go around and we kind of say what our favorite scenes are of the movie.
Oh, gee, okay.
So think about that, and we'll start with Cora. Cora,
Yes.
what was your favorite scene in this movie?
I would probably say the end. Well, they are
Oh,
actually
big surprise.
made friends.
Okay.
Kevin, what about you? He's new to this channel. Anime Senpai, I mean.
This
You heard nothing.
is a very, very tough question. Tough thing.
Spoiler, they didn't even pay enough attention. Oh, look at menu.
I would probably, I guess maybe the challenges that they went through.
So the end test.
Yeah.
I still hold to the fact that it's very convenient how those challenges all were things that kind of dealt with those three characters' knowledge and strengths. Like, of course, Hermione was going to be the one that paid attention in herbology and knew how to get through the Devil's Snare. Of course, Harry would have figured out the thing with Fluffy because of his friendship with Hagrid. And the key thing, another point where it was weighed in Harry's favor because he was so good at Quidditch. The chess game was playing to Ron's strength. And the mirror was just because Dumbledore already knew that Harry was obsessed with the mirror and thought they had a nice talk about it. So. But I'm going to be releasing a video probably sometime this month where I'm going to reveal a theory that I have about Dumbledore, which we've already talked about. So. I would say my favorite scene in the first movie is probably when they're getting all the letters and they're gonna try to get away, mostly because I love the line, "Fine day, Sunday." Favorite day of the week. Why is that? No posts on Sundays? Right you are, Harry. No posts on Sundays.
And guess what? Posters didn't come.
Yeah.
But not just 1, not just 2, and not just 3. 1 billion.
I don't think it was a billion.
1,000.
Maybe like 50,000, but not a billion.
Infinity.
That place would have been packed. They wouldn't be able to walk if
Yeah,
it was a
probably.
billion.
Probably.
In fact, the house might have exploded due to the number of letters in there if it were a billion.
Well, actually, that family itself, that house would be expanded.
So, alright, now we'll move on to the last part before we go to our break. So, Cora,
Yay.
who is your favorite character in this one?
Of course, Harry Potter. Duh. Wait, never mind.
Never mind, was it Harry Potter or not?
Not me, I was going to say to ask questions.
Oh. So it's Harry Potter.
Yes.
What made you like Harry Potter's character so much?
He was very smart. Like, at the part when he said... I forgot most of Bella's lines. I already forgot lines.
I thought you were gonna say Hermione.
I mean...
Hermione was a lot smarter than Harry.
also Hermione. But not just the fact that she's actually smarter than me. Like...
Well, she's just book smart. She reads a lot. That's how she gets smart.
But there's one thing I hate about her.
What?
She just reads books wrong. Yes, she does pay
That's
attention.
what you're supposed to do.
Yes, she does pay attention a lot. But she just gets her answers from books.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
What? Get your answers randomly from books?
Yes, and she's a good student, one that not very popular in school. Most people that age in her age group would not like her because they would view her as
Know it all,
yeah.
which actually it's called later on in the series.
But if I could say something about my favorite character, I mean,
Yeah, who's your favorite character?
in this movie, after watching it again, because this is the first time I've watched it in like a couple years. I used to watch this movie more often, but I would say Hermione, because she starts off kind of like an obnoxious kid, and just he seems to know everything, and by the end of it she seems to be well developed and has learned to mellow out and know what friends are like. And starts to actually be a friend. So I'd say Hermione's my favorite character for those reasons, because she's got the most development.
I would have to say my favorite character from this one is probably Hagrid, mostly because of the fact, he was very funny. He was also our, portal into this world. He was our guide, sort of. Without him to kind of lead Harry through and introduce Harry, I don't think it would have, been as good. So, I would say Hagrid's definitely my favorite, at least in this first movie. He's probably the character who is the most accurate to his book counterpart also, so. But okay, so that's going to wrap up this section. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give our final scores, all three of us. And then we will see where Anime D Senpai is on Pottermore and what house he gets sorted into and what his wand and Patronus are. So, see you in a little bit.
That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Hello there. I promise we'll get right back to the video shortly. I just wanted to say that many writers, YouTubers, readers, and gamers often talk about one thing that they all share in common, and that is drinking coffee. And perhaps you're tired of going out and ordering expensive high-end coffees and cappuccinos from huge corporations and are looking for a way to have that same or better coffee brewed right in your own home. So I want to ask that you consider trying Coffee Brand Coffee. You can order from an array of different blends that will be delivered right to your door. And if coffee is not your thing, they also have teas, cocos, and chocolates. Why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, for a long time now, I have been a fan of a channel called The Quartering, which is constantly reporting on the news, and the head of the channel, Jeremy, has worked really hard for his viewers over the time I've watched this channel. He has done so much, helping out others and smaller channels, working hard to make several videos a day, which I can tell you, does take quite a good amount of work. And recently, he started his own coffee company. So if you're willing to try and change to a better coffee, tea, or K-cup because you need that sweet caffeine fix to get you through writing that next novel, reading that next book, playing that new video game long into the late hours of the night, or starting off early in the morning for a long live stream, then head over to the website for Coffee Brand Coffee or check out the channel The Quartering and see what delicious specials they have going on.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright. So, we will start with Cora, who is wearing her Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone shirt. Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the first Harry Potter movie?
I will give it a drama sound effect.
What?
A 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Wow, that's pretty low. Why so low?
some parts are also cartoony. Like, episodes still kind of realistic, but only the moves were.
You mean like when they did the animation, like flying and stuff? So you're saying the graphics don't hold up?
Yeah.
Alright. Anime D Senpai, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the first Harry Potter movie?
Well, I usually have a more professional thing that I would like to use, but since I'm just thinking off the top of my
This
head...
is... 1 in our scale is like, okay, I'm never watching this crap again. In fact, I didn't even finish watching this movie, it was so bad. To number 10, which is, I'm probably going to watch this like a billion times.
There's only one movie I did not watch the first time I turned it on, and that was the Netflix Death Note.
Yeah.
But
for me, it was Borat. I started watching Borat, got like 40 minutes in, and they started running around naked through a hotel, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this.
But without doing my normal system that I would like to use, I would probably say maybe like a 6 or 7.
6 or 7 also. Alright, so I guess it's on me. Okay, Court, sit down.
Okay, bye.
Now it's on me. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would actually give this movie an 8. The reason it's an 8 for me is mainly due to the fact that, like Cora said and Anime D Senpai said, the graphics are very aged when it comes to the computer graphics, like them flying around on brooms, the troll attack, and a bunch of other stuff when it's like not really focused, not practical effects. You can definitely tell it's CGI animation overlaid in the real environment, and that does kind of have a drawback. However, of all these movies, this one and another one are very faithful to the original concept. Very little is changed from the book, so it does follow more in line with the book, and very little is cut out. I think really the biggest part they cut out of this was the character Peeves.
What do you mean by character Peeves?
There's a ghost or poltergeist named Peeves, and he is completely cut out from the book. Also, we didn't get to see Charlie. We should have seen Charlie, and there was a lot of differences, but of all the movies, this has probably the least amount of differences from book to movie. And as a writer of a similar franchise, I do have to say that is, one of the things that really gets to me. Some of it I can understand. I mean, we were with the Dursleys for a half hour, so, a little bit I can understand them cutting out some of it. Not taking as long. Not doing as much as they do in the book. But I think the movie would have had a better start had we had the 5 or 10 minutes more with Mr. Dursley, going about his day, seeing all the stuff that was strange going on. Would have just been interesting to see that. So.
I didn't like Harry Potter, but I didn't like the Dursleys. One, because that boy just is... Somehow he gets good stuff, but he demands for stuff. And trust me, if I demand for 37 toys, I'll definitely be in trouble. Like that?
Well, any normal kid would be in trouble.
Yeah.
I would have been in trouble if I was that age.
Yeah, but I'll...
36! Last year I got 37.
Yes, if I wanted 37, I would definitely very much be in very big trouble. Right, Dad?
Yep. Alright, so now that we finished the score, Anime D Senpai. So, me and Cora have taken our test. Cora, as everybody knows already, as she said a billion times, and does not like to hide, and wants to shout it to the world, she got Ravenclaw as her house. Her Patronus is a sea otter. And I forgot what her wand was. But
Yeah,
she
me
could
too.
show you the wand she got, which you saw in the video already. This is the wand she pulled from her box. So, alright, Anime D Senpai, what house are you?
I'm in Slytherin.
Slytherin. Who could have predicted that?
Yes.
I mean, we did have the thought about that, and ironically, another thing that's kind of sad on my end is that the Patronus was also kind of predicted somehow.
I predicted both your Patronus and your house.
Yeah, guess what his Patronus was?
My Patronus
Well,
is
he'll
a...
tell us. Well, hold on. So, Slytherin. You're in Slytherin. Okay. And also your wand. What is your wand?
It's a Fearwood wand with a unicorn core, 10 3/4, with unbending flexibility.
So, that I'll put a character up who shares a similar wand if there is a character with that kind of wand. And finally, your Patronus.
West Highland Terrier.
No, it's a dog.
Yes, that's a type of dog.
What?
Yeah, it's a breed of dog.
Mine's a black and white
And
cat.
it's very ironic, though, because I chose my animal that would bring to Hogwarts with me would be a cat. So...
I mean, hey, she got sea otter. I don't know why. I think that's the same Patronus Hermione has. Or Ginny. One of the two has a sea otter.
I mean, I was at least hoping for a dog or cat, but
So,
at least
alright.
not AC on it.
Well, this is going to wrap up this episode. We hope you all will join us as we get ready for the next episode next year. We're not watching it next year, but next year in the movie universe. So
I guess
Yes, because
maybe at
that
some
makes
point,
sense.
if we ever have like a follow-up video, because I won't really have this anytime soon, but if we have a follow-up video, I might wear like a Slytherin outfit just to show the school, the house I got myself into.
Yep.
And you
Well, I mean, we're doing this all month long, so I mean, you got time, and I think I've talked to you about coming back, and after we're all done with the movies, we'll probably do a ranking video near the end of the month. So, I mean, you got almost all of February.
I'm probably not gonna have one that soon. I got things I need to pay for and all that stuff. It's probably not gonna happen that soon, unless if I find a good price.
Maybe you'll see one for a good price, or maybe I can take a look for you, and if you have good tips one night, you can just give me the money and then I'll order it.
Yeah, maybe if Christmas comes.
But alright, so this is going to wrap up our review for the first Harry Potter. Next week will be Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And we will be watching the extended version again with Anime D Senpai. And then that'll be his last one probably until the rankings, where we'll rank all the movies and talk about why we are ranking them, what we're ranking them, like the order of best or worst to best. So, alright, we'll see you all in the next video.
Bye.